I just watched this again recently, so.
You've seen Ezra Miller star in bar fights,
It's fresh.
restraining orders, grooming allegations, felony burglaries, and chokeslam videos.
You want to fight? Is that the deal?
Now, see the film that dares you to wonder what dirt Ezra has on Warner Brothers, because this is basically a confession tape.
The services of a mental health professional. The Justice League is not very good at that part yet. Trust me.
The Flash. Before James Gunn reboots the DC Cinematic Universe for the sixth time? Seventh? I lost count. He runs to the finish line with this colossal screw-up, all about a colossal screw-up.
Not
I am
colossal.
pretty obnoxious.
That's burned through directors like the weed on Ezra's ranch, where they found a 1-year-old with a bullet in her mouth, allegedly, and introduces the concept of the multiverse, about 10 years too late to be interesting.
He's gonna save the multiverse.
Yeah, man.
In the multiverse, there are an infinite number of people who know Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Concerning the fate of every single one of our infinite multiverse.
The Warner Brothers serververse.
That's almost self-aware about how sloppy and stale the concept is.
The multiverse. What it is, it's a hot mess.
But that won't stop them from using it to defile the corpse of some legends to make a quick buck.
Defile.
It's enough to make you lose faith in humanity. Oh, faith restored. Rare W, humanity. Rare W.
Oh.
What do you do when your star goes on a massive crime spree? Cast them twice. Wait, that can't be right. 3 times? What is going on? Barry Allen 1 is a whiny little
Thanks for saving me from the sinkhole, Flash.
And I'm starving and curly hair girl.
CG is just horrible.
And she has a boyfriend.
You hear that? That's my stomach.
But after his mom is murdered by someone? I guess
Somebody.
Barry, who works in a forensic crime lab, didn't bother to check in on that part. He'll reverse time and meet Barry Allen 2, where growing up with 2 parents somehow made him more obnoxious.
Oh my god. And whiny.
Great. Well, you're leaving me, and now this storm's gonna ruin my day. What is this, hell? Now I'm probably gonna have to move.
Why is it so cold? It's the Arctic, Barry.
Okay, and the space giant and Mistress Murder are our responsibility too? I was just doing my laundry. You're the one who came and told me that I'm a
I mean,
superhero.
I guess, yeah,
What are you
kind of
doing?
whiny, but
Stop whining.
And gross.
It's a bit
he
more
was hungry.
loose. It hurts. You know where it hurts? In my dick.
Okay.
Was Grant Gustin that unavailable? How about Christopher Plummer? You know? But Barry's not alone. And thank goodness, because 2.5 hours of this would be a war crime.
You don't stop talking. It's not charming. It's abrasive and exhausting.
Michael Keaton is back as a very 71-year-old Batman.
This might hurt.
When he's not playing the hits with all the enthusiasm of Smash Mouth at a county fair.
I'm Batman. How much do you weigh? You want to get nuts? Let's get
I
nuts.
didn't care for that
They're
one.
dressing him up like Rosie the Riveter and making him eat repeatedly.
Eject!
I mean,
Which is a weird choice for a film that clearly wants to be a Batman movie instead.
it's true.
They even go full Clooney Tunes at the end.
Full Clooney Tunes.
I like that he's banished to the Batman and Robin verse now. That feels earned.
Cool party.
When Barry forgets that General Zod attacked the day after he got his powers, shift gears into a Supergirl rescue mission.
Yes.
Briefly.
Briefly.
Sasha Cow comes to save the day, both in the movie and outside of it, since Ezra was presumably locked in the WB Water Tower for the entire press tour. In this brand new take on
That
a
was smart,
Kryptonian, a grim, tortured soul who questions whether humanity is even worth fighting for. Oh, right. Well, this time Baby Soup's got snuffed out in his crib, so it's even grimmer.
The infant
A little bit, yeah.
did not survive.
So strap in for a mostly animated film that looks like it was rendered on a
Animated.
GameCube, with the least realistic baby since Clint Eastwood's prop guy took a sick day, featuring
Using his
monstrous
thumb.
digital stand-ins.
Oh my goodness.
Huge balls of ghoulish fan service for 40-year-olds.
Oh, God.
And the first Hollywood action climax set entirely on a Halo 3 map. You know, I'm starting to think all of Warner Brothers is an elaborate tax write-off now,
Oh,
like the
my God.
producers.
Under the right circumstances, a producer could make more money with a flop than he could with a hit.
Or Infinity Train, or Batgirl, or Phase 5, or starring the perks of being a wall facer.
Okay.
Beers, beers, beers.
Naked and afraid.
Oh, jeez.
Let's do the time warp again. Not sure
What song is that?
Something to do with Flash, I think. Been there, done that.
Was that Beetlejuice?
I am Sasha Fierce.
Okay.
Nap before Zod. What exactly would you say it is you do here? E2 Mama, I'm Dead. West, Side Story.
she wasn't
Superman, The Quest to Rest in Peace. Face looks off. Galga cameo.
Looks off.
Curry Worst. And this is what a $200
Oh
million
my God.
movie looks like now, I guess. The Flaw.
It was very bad. Very bad.
If 3 Flashes, 3 Batman, 4 Kryptonians, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman couldn't drive ticket sales, Warner Brothers is going to need a new hero to save the box office. Come on, Barbie.
Let's go
There we
party.
go.
Bingo.
Look, I watched it again. I did. I watched it on HBO Max. Saw it in theaters when it first came out, and then I saw it on HBO Max a couple days ago. And it's still a fun movie, but I had problems with it the second time. It was a little bit slower, a little bit more boring in a lot of moments. And and I feel like having that audience in the theater really helped. Even though my audience for the movie was not full at all, it was very scarce. But there was still a good audience to watch the movie with. They enjoyed a lot of the moments that happened in the movie. So I enjoyed it in the theaters. Watching it at home with my family, it was just okay. I still laughed at a few moments, but I noticed and could feel the slow moments in this one. But at the end of the day, it's not as bad as people were trying to make it out to be. I talked about that in the pitch meeting reaction, which you can check out in a few moments. But there are a lot of moments that did not work for me. Like Batman's You Want to Get Nuts, it just felt out of place. Just like in the trailer, felt very out of place in this movie. Even like the moments of Sasha Calais being Superwoman, there's moments between her and Zod that didn't make much sense, and a lot of the story is just very convenient in a lot of moments. But again, it's a fun movie. At the end of the day, the fact that we got a multiversal movie in The Flash on DC side, also on Sony's Marvel side with Across the Spider-Verse, I won't really include Ant-Man the Wasp, but the fact that we got these two movies in the same year, that part is still mind-blowing for me. Like, the movie didn't do well as far as The Flash. I don't know how it did video on demand wise, but it didn't do well in theaters. But the fact that we got this movie in the first place is awesome. And then Across the Spider-Verse with that movie's amazing. But the fact that we got these two in the same year, I think, is a win for us as fans. That part I truly believe. So I stand by that. Everything else about this movie, whatever you have for it, feel free to kind of speak in the comments about your thoughts. But I still enjoy it overall. It's not the best comic book movie by any means, as James Gunn put it. Not exactly sure what he was talking about. So, however, let's enjoy the rewatch of the pitch meeting with Ryan George. Let me know your thoughts on this as far as the movie itself, and also which one you like better between the honest trailer and the pitch meeting. After watching the pitch meeting again, I can say the pitch meeting is far superior to the honest trailer. The honest trailer does good at hitting on Warner Brothers issues overall, so I will give them that. But pitch meeting wins for me. But you let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and enjoy this rewatch of the pitch meeting.
So, you have a Flash movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. And I'm thinking maybe we tap into some multiverse territory on this one. That's supposed to be a big trend coming up, so if all goes well with this, we'll be one of the first movies. You know it, sir. This idea is still fresh because it's roughly 2014 as we're having this conversation. That is roughly the current year, so we'll be putting this out before the market gets oversaturated, assuming there are no production delays or anything horrible happens. Hey, don't jinx it. I didn't jinx it, I was just saying. Well, hopefully nothing goes...
Oh, God.
Was that a jinx? Did I just curse this production? It could have been some unrelated supernatural thing. I gotta say, that felt pretty cursy. Yeah, it felt a little cursy, but maybe we'll be okay.
Well, fingers crossed. So anyway, what happens in this bad boy?
Well, we're gonna start the movie by trying to, re-establish Barry as a heroic figure.
Is that gonna be hard to do? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, I figure we just have him shove a little baby in a microwave. What? He doesn't leave it in there for long. When the bell dings, he takes it out. The bell dings, so the microwave was on? It was falling from a building.
What is going on?
A bunch of babies are falling from a building. Flash saves them all, eats a burrito, puts one of them in a microwave. All right, let's move
Microwave.
past that. I don't understand. Well, okay then. Well, we're also going to show that Barry has this thing on his suit that tracks calories, you know, tells him when he's running out of energy.
That's
So he
important.
kind of loses his powers if he doesn't eat.
Exactly. I bet that's gonna come into play in a big way later.
You know, now that I think of it, not much, maybe a gag or two. Oh, tracking calories for a while, but then just kind of neglecting to do it is tight. You okay? I'm trying to drop a bit of weight, but they keep coming out with new Oreo flavors. Oh my God. Those bastards. Anyway, so Flash is gonna help save the day, and we're gonna see Batman, and Wonder Woman's gonna pop out for a second too. Oh, I like that. I think it'd be great if she started doing that constantly eventually. Just popping out for a single scene, smiling and leaving. Yeah, I could see that being a career trajectory for her for sure.
So what else happens?
Well, Barry's dad's gonna be falsely imprisoned for killing Barry's mom, right?
Uh-oh.
And so Barry realizes he can use the Speed Force to go back in time, so he goes and stops her from ever dying.
Very cool.
But then he actually gets knocked out of the Speed Force by another speedster, and then he meets a younger, more annoying version of himself.
punched out.
More annoying? Oh my God. Yeah, and so Barry realizes this is actually the day that he got his powers, so he brings himself to get the powers, but then loses his own. Okay. And then they see the General Zod is attacking. A very coincidentally eventful day. It sure was, sir. So Barry wants to get the Justice League together, but they don't exist in this timeline. Why not? Because this is an alternate timeline where we only paid those actors to be in the beginning of the movie. Oh, okay. But it turns out this timeline does have an older Batman. He's the one played by Michael Keaton. He's from the Michael Keaton Batman movies. He sure is, sir. The multiverse can be an excuse to bring back classic actors as a box office draw. Very smart. Although, hey, do you think the concept of multiverses might kind of diminish the stakes since there are infinite versions of every character? No. Me neither. Okay, let's go all in. Great, so they're going to ask Batman to help, but he's going to say no. What? For 2.5 minutes, then he says, yes, we got to manufacture a bit of tension here. Gotcha. So now they realize they need to find Superman to help defeat Zod, but when they get to where they think he is, it turns out to be Supergirl. That's right. That's a different character. Still super, though. And so they're going to ask Supergirl to help, but she's going to say no. What? For 2.5 minutes, then she's going to say yes. Right, good tension building. Yeah, she goes to check out Zod, who, as it turns out, is looking for her in this universe. Not Superman. Oh, okay. And so she's like, oh, and she flies back to the good guys and helps our Barry get his powers back. Zod doesn't follow her. You said she's the one he's looking for. No, he doesn't, because it's not time for the final fight yet. That makes sense. So then it is time for the final fight, so they head over there, but Batman and Supergirl keep dying. Oh, dang it. So the Flashes keep going back in time to try to save them, but no matter what they do, Batman and Supergirl die. Wow. So younger Flash kind of goes nuts and keeps trying, and the multiverse starts to collapse onto itself. Oh. And maybe this is too expensive and complicated, but I thought this could be a chance to showcase some alternate superheroes, you know, like George Reeve, Christopher Reeve, Nicolas Cage, Adam West, Helen Slater. Of course that's doable. That's gonna be awesome. Oh, amazing. Yeah. We'll just say the CGI looks bad on purpose. So then what happens? Well, so then we find out that the speedster that had knocked Barry out of the Speed Force earlier in the movie was actually a future version of past Barry who's still trying to save Supergirl and Batman. Oh. Yeah, but now present Barry has realized he needs to go let his mom die. He can't change things. Very sad. Yep. So then future past Barry's trying to kill the Barrys, so past Barry sacrifices himself to save main Barry and defeat
He's confusing
future
himself.
past Barry. Right. And so yeah, main Barry goes back and lets his mom die.
Wow, well, very powerful lesson he learned.
Yeah. Well, he interferes a little to get his dad off the hook. So now Batman is George Clooney. Oh, so he did not learn. Yeah, a little bit, maybe not that much.
Well, okay then. So what do you think?
Good. I mean, this should be a massive hit. You know, unless one of the main cast goes on a violent crime spree or something crazy like that. Why would you say that? It's just a hypothetical. There's no harm in saying hypothetical. Are you trying to get this movie cursed? Oh, crap, curses. Oh, maybe the universe didn't hear me say that. Maybe let's just stop talking now. Yeah.
Seems fine.
I mean, I think we're okay. Okay. Oh, that's a curse. That's a curse.